Hello guys and welcome to another video. In the last one I talked to you about how incredibly stressed I am with university lately. I currently live in Spain, so here uni has gone from always having to go to class to formally doing online classes, or not even that, depending on what course you're doing. And in the last video that you can, if you want, see right here,
I think, or maybe it's the other side. I never remember this.
But anyway, in the last video I talked to you about how I wanted to express a bit more of how uni is going for me now. Basically, I'm not the best example because I only got 3 assignments this year because this is my final year. But still, this has been quite a stressful time. You've seen me before doing some studying on one of my subjects, that is biochemistry. This subject I'm really enjoying because my teachers are actually great and I'm able to not only learn but not over stress of how I'm learning, which may seem something silly, but nowadays it's very difficult to learn and not be stressed because you are forced to go to a certain level in order to prove that you know what you're doing and you know what you studied. But anyways, I've got a lot of things to do. Well, I've already done quite a few in this day. Now it's not too late in the day, it's 1 o'clock in the evening. But I did some paleontology, that's the first thing I did today. Then I did some revising because I've got a final coming on the next week from now. And now I'm doing some revising of microbiology because I've got one little test this week, 2 days from now. Because I don't know when you guys are going to be seeing this, but I'm recording this on the 11th. And I've got also a big final next week. The next day of when the final of biochemistry is, which is great. Everyone wants that. But anyway, I'm not gonna stress out over that just yet. But what I'm gonna be doing is that I'm gonna be doing some revisings on the final that I've got next week of microbiology, and then I'm going to do like a light revising on the exam that I've got this week, like this little test. I've got to say that one of the things that stresses me out the most is that, for example, today is a Monday, and usually the weekends are very free. You don't have to look up on the website whether the teachers have put some files for you to study or anything. But on Mondays it's like a big burst of information, like you've got 2 PowerPoints from one of your teachers, 2 big chunks of files of another assignment, and it's absolutely bonkers because you spend more time organizing what you've got to do than doing it. But if you, like me, want to have free weekends, not absolutely free, but for example, I don't want to have to be 24/7 studying, I want to have some times for myself, for painting, for reading, for playing some games, something that just doesn't stress me out, it's really difficult. And last week I even took time from my sleeping schedule in order to be able to have time to do some of my hobbies, and I think that is absolutely crazy. And maybe it was based on the fact that I did not organize myself quite well because I was really stressed. I don't know what to do, I'm gonna do the first thing that comes to mind, and I ended up doing things wrong, which tends to happen when you get overstressed. But what I did this week is that I've been trying to get a consistent schedule for the whole week, really. Like I said, I've done some, like, I call it practical studying because it means doing courses, doing classes, doing online classes, and then in the afternoons or around this time from 12:30 until I get to eat, and then a little bit after I eat, to study, which is not the same of what I addressed before. Let me explain myself. The first thing that I did was like writing, printing, and organizing the files, like the pictures and the tables and everything in a file. And then what I call actual studying is to actually taking this file, this text, and trying to memorize it as much as I can. And I gotta say that I'm not it's hard for me to learn, meaning that to sit down and look, it doesn't work for me. Look, read, you understand? Or even outline things, it doesn't work for me. I need to be like constantly like pulling information out of the page and into my brain by doing something like doing schematics, like doing tables, like doing drawings, like doing things like that, because if I don't do that, I don't remember. I most likely will remember what color was the page than what was in it, which is something very strange, but it has happened to me a lot, not only in uni but before that in high school. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. This is going to be, I think, a study vlog sort of thing, because it's almost time for me to eat, because I tend to eat like 2:30, 3. So I've got like a solid hour or something to practice some stuff for next week. And then I will try and have like not a fully free afternoon, but to actually have more time for my hobbies and all that. Yeah. Okay, I just finished one lecture, the most basic one actually, and I gotta say that today I woke up pretty early and I'm really feeling burned already, like feeling very tired, like it's hard for me to follow information on the page and realizing what I have to like memorize more. And no, today is not a good day to be studying this much, but I have to do it. I have to, because I've got these finals, like I told you, and this test, and also
this binder is amazing because you can pull out the units that you're going to be revising, and then you can put them all back in. Yeah, this is the freaky stuff that I love.
But yes, like I was telling you, I'm feeling very tired. But I cannot stop, I need to keep going, and I'm so tired. Oh, Jesus. Also, I've got to prepare, because I don't know if I've told to you guys about my Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I'm doing with my friends. Like, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons or similar role plays ever since...
1 year and something. Or almost 1 year. I don't remember it exactly, but...
We usually play at a friend's house, but now with the whole quarantine we cannot go to her house, so we're playing online, which has been great. I'm having a blast with it. But I've got to do some homework about it, because I've got to revise my abilities and some of my weaponry. And I noted I did some annotations on my damage rolls that I think that are mistaken. I need to check with my master. But yes, I've got to do that also. So I've got homework all over me. And I was doing some painting the other day, well, last night, and I've actually been doing some stuff that I've loved. I guess I'll show you if I ever do like a sketchbook tour. But I just want to show you guys a couple of things. One of them is, well, I was on a trip, maybe 3-4 years ago in Almeria, here in Spain, and I saw there was this lighthouse on top of a hill. I'm not gonna tell you where because it's not important. Next to the lighthouse there was like this little cottage that had this creature with a quote down that said, "If you want to keep going, you will regret it," sort of thing, like in Spanish, but like sort of like that. And the creature was amazing. Like, I loved it because it looked like a H.P. Lovecraft kind of creature, like it had been pulled out from Sinking City, the video game. And I decided to redo it, but in my current style and in a bigger notebook, and this is what came out. It's got tentacles, it's funny. And then I did a commission from my mom because we're moving soon and she wants to have an illustration made by me in the kitchen of chickens, of fruits and stuff like that. So I tried and do some chickens, and I was like, "Mom, I cannot do realistic chickens to save my life, but I can do a cartoon chicken sort of drawing." And she was like, "Sure, go ahead." And this is what came out. Look at her. She's so happy about life in general. This one is fine because of the posture This one is okay, but the rest, well, I love them anyway, but they are quite not as good. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you because I thought it was funny and I had a lovely time painting them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna revise the second unit for microbiology. It's now almost 2 o'clock, so I'm thinking of wrapping it up with this one. Not call it a day, maybe, because I've got to revise the exam of Wednesday, but I'll most probably stop for now because I need to rest my brain. So I just finished doing the revising for the second unit. I sound tired every single time that I talk, but now it's really 2:10 in the afternoon, so I'm gonna stop. And then I would only have to revise for the exam that I've got for Wednesday. I've got also to do some organizing, like some writing on this unit that my teacher sent to me on paleontology this morning, but it's actually pretty long and I've already spent like almost 2 hours only doing paleontology this morning. And if I were to do the same this afternoon, I would be so tired tomorrow that I wouldn't be able to do anything. I need to be a little bit fresh for that. So that's gonna be it for studying for now. I've already separated these 2 units that I've got to revise for this afternoon. Well, they're not 2. Okay, let me explain. I've pulled out 4. The 4 of them that are for the Wednesday test, that in total are 17 pages, less than 20, which is not a lot. It's not really a lot, but it's actually a lot of terms. Like most of the time when they tell you, oh my god, it's 200 pages long, you're like, oh, that's a lot, but maybe there's not that much information in it. Maybe there's more information in like a 5-page document. Oh, I'm so tired, man, god. I think what I'm going to do is that I've got this app called Quizlet that I use to do some flashcards on the information that I've got. I'm only doing it for one assignment, for this one, for microbiology, because on the other ones it doesn't really make that much sense. Like I can get more information in my head when I read it, when I do like a resume sort of thing, but not by doing flashcards. But in this occasion where there's a lot of terminology, there's a lot of groups, a lot of information that looks everything the same, but it's not the same, and I get more organized when I do it this way. So what I think I'm going to be doing, I'm articulating a lot. What I think I'm going to be doing is that when the exam is from the units 4 and 5, and in total it's less than 30 terms, I'm gonna do unit 4.1, and then yes, I will call it a morning, because I cannot call it a day yet. Okay, I just finished the test. One of the great things that this app has is that you can set a date for your next test, so that you get reminded to revise every day a little bit.
Also, my hair is just going crazy, but I don't care anymore.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop now. I could do, like, I've already done like a test of the scaling. I could do one on the next unit, but I would rather much do it in the afternoon when I'm a little more refreshed, because I'm feeling so tired, man. So I might even be able to do 2 units this afternoon, and maybe do some revising on the one I've got next week. Yeah. So here what you're seeing is me just going over my abilities, just changing some points there, and realizing that I had already spent way too many ability points, that I needed to reschedule everything. Also, as I was telling you about my weaponry, I had a big sword that I just sold that day, that's last session. I also had to check my new abilities and also my experience points, my XP that I got in the last mission, which was awesome. And this is gonna be the end of the video. And that's me! That's my little dwarf man. Ugly dwarf, beautiful man. And that's me.
simply me. I hope you had a lovely time watching this video and you have a great day. Bye guys.